What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Sun Life.
Hey, Katie.
Welcome to Moon Lakes, Florida. Slow down, the popo ain't chasing you. This is Pasco County's finest neighborhood, Moon Lakes. Now, you may have heard that Moon Lakes is a backwoods place for a bunch of inbred hicks with rebel flags and a bunch of garbage on the front lawn and beat up trailers. But on today's video, we're going to show you that there's more to Moon Lakes than just inbreeding hickory and meth. There's actually there probably ain't more than that here, but let's take a look around. All right, let's not be prejudiced. Let's start off by not just assuming that every other street is a rebel flag and somebody married to their sister. We're going to give this place a fair shot. And we're going to assume that not everybody here is inbreeding.
This neighborhood has been featured on cops.
It ought to be
many
featured
times.
on SWATs. That's what the crap it needed to be featured on. Now, some people say that there's 10-foot fences to keep out the black bears, but other people say it ain't the black bears they're worried about, it's the crackheads. So on today's video, once again, we're going to dive into the most redneck place in Florida to find out if Moon Lakes really is still... I can't breathe. I know there's a meth lab or something around here, but I can't breathe worth a crap.
Yeah.
Now, you've heard horrible things about Moon Lakes. You've heard that there's Moon Lakes and that it's in Moon Lakes. But we're going to show you a part of Moon Lakes you've probably never seen before, because you're afraid for your life and safety and whatnot. Not everybody here is an inbred redneck, but most people are. Not everybody here is married to their sister, but most people are. Not everybody here is living in a trailer, but most people are. Not everybody here is pretending to have a disability so they can get money off the government, but most people are. Not everybody here drives an F-350, but most people are. Not everybody here smokes tobacco, but most people do. Not everybody here is homeless, but most people are. Not everybody here is backwards and inbred, but most people are. Not everybody here lives in a trailer, but most people are. Not everybody here has abandoned cars on their front yard, but most people are. Not everybody's putting up a 10-foot fence to keep the crackheads out, but most people are. Not everybody's putting up a no trespassing sign to let people know it's private property, but most people are. Not everybody's been on the cops TV show here, but most people are. Not everybody's slow IQ out here, but most people are. Not everybody's got a camper out back with an uncle that's got warrants, but most people are. Not everybody here is on probation, but most people are. Not everybody here has a rebel flag in their front yard, but most people do. Okay. I think we're right about where we need to be in this neighborhood. Okay. Not everybody is throwing their garbage out the window. It's just letting it fall in their front yard. Most people are. Not everybody here is sleeping until noon, but most people are. Not everybody here is ordering pizza from Little Caesars to Uber Eats, but most people are.
What is that?
Not everybody's building a brand new house out here, but most people are. Not everybody's got a camper on their front yard with a meth lab in it, but most people are. Not everybody's got family members in Kentucky out here, but most people are. Not everybody hand feeds raccoons in the evening, but most people do. Not everybody lives off a dirt road, but most people are. Not everybody here listens to Hank Williams Jr., but most people are. everybody here wears denim jeans, but most people are. Not everybody here walks outside in their underwear and gets their mail, but most people are. Not everybody here has got arrest warrants out for them, but most people are. Not everybody here has got a trade dang up. Oh, what? There's just one house here.
Yeah, I don't even think this is a road.
This is supposed to be a road. It's on Google Maps, but it's not a road.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing about this area is that some roads are on Google Maps, but then when you try to drive on them, they don't exist.
Yeah.
Ruskin Street. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Ruskin
It's on
Tanner.
Google. It's on Google Maps, but then when you try to, we took the car to our car wash today.
We're already getting
And
it
we're already
dirty.
getting it dirty. This is
That's
so.
about us.
It's
Yeah.
about ridiculous. It's like the most ridiculous thing ever. We had the car in a car wash today, and we're already on a dirt road.
Yeah. Well, you knew when you wanted to go to Moon Lakes that it
I didn't really think about the fact the car would be getting dirty, but most people are. Not everybody here is morbidly obese, but most people are. Not everybody here's got meth mouth, but most people are. Not everybody here's upset with the current situation at the border, but most people are. Not everybody here's waiting for a check to come in the mail so they can get that alternator, but most people are. Not everybody here spray paints their house number on the side of the trailer, but most people are. Not everybody here's got cars with no tags that are valid, but most people are. Not everybody here's gonna drink when they drive, but most people are. Not everybody here's in possession of something illegal, but most people are. Not everybody's got a cousin in Tennessee named Paul who's on the run, but most people are. Not everybody here needs a commercial garbage can in front of their house, but most people are. Not everybody around here lives on a dirt road in a trailer that got hit by a tornado, but most people are. Wow. Absolute redneckery. Not everybody that lives here is a redneck, but most people are.
Oh, possum crawl.
Not everybody's got a possum crawling underneath their trailer, but most people are. Not everybody's got a car full of dust and dirt because they live on the dirt road, but most people are. Not everybody's got your under video surveillance signs in the front yard, but
Most people are.
most people are. Not everybody's got a German Shepherd running around the yard just in case, but most people are. Not everybody's armed 24/7, but most people are. Not everybody's got cactus trees on the borderline in case somebody hops the fence and on a cactus tree, but most people are. Where the crap are we?
I think you gotta turn right.
Okay, not everybody's running around
wow.
on ATVs, but that's a life right there. On the 250s, but most people are. That's what's up right there. Not everybody's was out of money. I'm not gonna lie, that's what's up right there.
Yeah.
The little Honda 250.
Yeah.
Not everybody's a redneck on a Honda 250. Blowing up dirt on the dirt road, but most people are. Well, not everybody's drinking beer, but most people are. Not everybody has 4 signs in front of their house, but most people are. Not everybody's feeding the squirrels corn, but most people are. Okay, sure. Not everybody's got chickens running around, but most people are. Not everybody's waiting for the first of the month to get their disability check, but most people are. Not everybody everybody's got a few extra trees growing around the property line that aren't supposed to be there, but most people are. Not everybody's related to a sheriff officer, but most people are. Not everybody's grandma can pull their teeth out of their mouth, but most grandmas can. Whoever sells these warning security cameras and use signs must have made $1 billion in this neighborhood. Every house has a dang warning sign. We're in the Everglades or something. I feel like we're just like in the boondocks out here. Like, people actually live off these streets and stuff like that. Can you imagine when it rains back here? But most people are. I know there's a lot of stereotypes about these types of neighborhoods, but not everybody's got a beautiful blonde woman trying to sell their house. But most people are.
Was that?
That's a nice trailer right there. Double wide on some land.
Yeah.
How much is it going for? I wish we had money, I'd buy it. Look at all the garbage. You can see all the garbage on the side of the road. I like the idea of just like a double wide trailer sitting on a dirt road, but then I don't like the idea of a pile of garbage and a mailbox made out of a freaking tractor tire. There's definitely some meth labs around here. Not everybody's shed got hit by a tornado, but most sheds have. We're on Algae Road. At least pave the road, man. What the crap? Where the crap are we? Where the crap are we? I'll tell you what, man.
Definitely in sticks, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what, man. You're down there. So peaceful to be out here. Magnolia trees. This is how a place that would be on a cop's TV show. You can just lower your window and smell the fresh tobacco. I tell you what, man. He's got K2500 right there with a modified 5.3. What's on top of that sign? Slow sugar at play. It's a family-friendly neighborhood.
Look, there's a car ahead of you.
I see it, honey. I'm not blind. I know you're blind.
Oh,
just because you're blind doesn't mean I'm blind.
Okay.
Some of us actually have good vision. Just a dirt road. It's just a dirt road where me, mom, and peepaw were pouring. Off a dirt road. Off a dirt road. Off a dirt road. Trailer sits way yonder off a dirt road. Mud pit right there. It's just a mud pit. There's just like had $5,000 laying around. We're gonna buy this empty lot and turn it into a mud pit. It's gonna make us millions. I want my own mud pit. Me, mom, and peepaw down there. They got a little trailer up on that trailer. Knock outside in the morning. We get that too. Yeah, most people don't understand the toe-to-toe down there. What's the toe-to-toe down there? Toe-to-toe. What the crap toe, man? Most people don't even toe-to-toe down there, man. Tell you what, don't man. You just got to toe-to-toe down there, man. You just got to toe-to-toe, man. It's just one of them times you just get toe-to-toe, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
I was talking about.
Yeah, toe-to-toe, man. You just toe-to-toe, man. Know what I'm saying, man? You got a little little roller polo, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? And you just got a pole, man. And you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You get a little polo down here? A little roller polo? You know what I'm talking about? Just a little toe down there. Got a little teddy bear, a little back, little nail clip down there. A little blister down there, man. Just a little poke it out the side like that. There's some WD-40 in there.
Turn on that journey.
Hydrogen peroxide. You want to leave or something?
No. It connects.
I'll tell you what, that's fancy right there. Got a Cadillac.
I don't know. It's
That's
a nice
fancy
one,
folks out there. I'll tell you what. You just got a little po down there, little clip down there. And you see 4 or 5 dudes down there. And when you hold up that co-op operation down there, you see 4 or 5 different ways to do it, toe to toe. And you just po to po down there, man. I tell you what, you just got a po to po, man. I tell you, man, you just po to po down there.
Yeah, I think you gotta go this way.
Why is this guy looking on this road? He just walked to the end of this road and looked on it. That's kind of creepy. You gotta have at least a 10-foot fence out here. Why do you want to leave?
I'm not trying to leave. I'm just going to connecting streets.
I don't need connected streets. I figured this whole place out all by myself. And I was trying to tell you something, but you weren't listening. You just got a po to po down there. You got 2, 3 different ways you can go about this situation now. You get a little po to po, and you get a little toe to toe, man. You know what I'm talking about? So you see that over there with your tiddly toe down there? And you got 2, 3, 4, 5 similar fighting down there, county officials or something like that. Most of the time they're gonna want to put 2 down there. And you get a little caught that toe down there in the easement or something like that. You gotta put 4 or 5 gallons crude oil and take your top mail tip down there. About 2 or 3 or 4 postal workers. You just gotta make sure that property line to toe go toe. And when you flip that toe to toe down there, you get 4 or 5 months down there. Wait till that county dang inspector come by. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Hey, we'll make sure you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Cause you're a little toe no here. You don't man. You know what I'm talking about? 4 or 5 county workers down there. You know what I'm talking about? Laid out the dirt road down there. You know what I'm talking about? That's just so wrong. Oh my, how much garbage this is like Alabama Mill Creek looking type of place, and I'll tell you what. Mill Village down there.
Mill Village of Florida.
This is the Pill Village of Florida down there. Alabama, they got a Mill Village, and Florida, they got a Pill Village down there, I tell you what. You know, you remember that, them people just living down there in that track? They're just living in a camp. Well, these are camps. That's practically a homeless camp. They're just living in tents. That's crazy. Well, I tell you what, man. You remember that skit on Family Guy?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm a poor Irish child down there. And then I'm a poor Irish child, man. I'll tell you what.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill?
Yeah.
Oh, where Bobby Hill, yeah, it was King of the Hill, yeah. Where Bobby Hill's like, I'm just a poor. Can I see a map real quick?
You gotta turn right, love.
I am a poor Irish child. Down there, I tell you what, man. Mirabella, man. There aren't too many places like Moon Lakes. It just takes a special. You can't really use GPS navigation back here.
Then turn right.
Because like roads don't even like. A road might exist on Google Maps, but it doesn't like physically exist
Turn
anymore.
right onto Mirabella Avenue.
Like some rednecks
then turn
turning in
left
his
onto
backyard.
Shalimar Street.
Why is there just a to-do toe down there? I tell you what. Look at all the garbage. Like people have just been dumping garbage for. Look at that. It's a piece of wooded land, right? And they have a sign that says cameras recording, video camera surveillance in use. So why would you need to record an empty lot? Probably because people are
Turn
dumping
left
garbage.
onto Shalimar Street.
Wow, I tell you what, man, there's so much garbage out here. These folks, they know a good thing when they see it, and they keep it. You know, they don't throw stuff away. Nothing good, at least. Oh, man. Can you imagine living back here with a Honda 250? One of your favorite cousins, Honda 250.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Midvale Avenue.
Honda 250 down there in the parking lot down there. F250, Honda 250. 40 ounce down there and just in the front yard. Just sit there and shoot squirrels all day. It ain't nothing like this. This is living right here, honey. This right here is living. You ain't living till you live like this, man. This is Florida living at its finest. Florida living at its finest. Look at that. It's a brand new Winnebago right there. A brand new Winnebago. It's a double wide. They got one right there. It's a double. Look, it's a double wide.
Wow.
They got one right next to it right there. It's a double wide. They've done doubled up on that one. This thing right here, it's the road's so bouncy. My camera mounts down toe, man. You know what I'm talking about? This is country living at its finest. I tell you what. This is the type of place where you could take a toe down here, I tell you what. I love how they get new, like every time you come here they have new stuff on their front yard. Like they don't just keep the same old garbage on their front yard. It's like every time you come through here, like they've got new stuff, man, to show off. They got new stuff on the front yard right here. Brand new boat right there. We got himself an airboat since the last time we were here. Got himself a swamp buggy too, man. Times have been good out here in Moon Lake. People been living good out here in Moon Lakes, man. Cool it on the phone real quick, it's getting hot. People been living good out here in Moon Lakes, man. Got himself a swamp buggy since the last time we were out here. People living good out here.
Turn right onto Midvale
People
Avenue.
been living good out here. People been living good. Yeah. Good times and mornings. People been living all right. Sunflower, there's a sunflower right there.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Lake Drive.
These people think their poop don't stink living on the paved road. They're living on the paved road. That's a luxury right there. Why is there just a kid laying on the road? That's crazy.
Wow.
Poor Irish child right there. It's just a poor Irish child. That's crazy. Who knows? Probably safer on the road than it is inside with drunks and rednecks that are living out here. The kid's like, some rich white person just adopt me and get me out
Turn
of
left
this
onto
place.
Lake Drive.
I tell you what, man, just like that old king of the hill said down there, man, just poor folk, old Irish life down there. It's just one long battle, man.
Continue on Lake Drive for half a mile.
Wow, we got a lot of crap. We'll try to make it to Brooksville tonight.
Sure.
I ain't been to Brooksville in a while.
Yeah.
Why is just the garbage can floating down the road? So, you know, there's something wrong with that pan on there by the transmission, the shield. They're going to say all types of reasons why that. They're going to say that that's because I hit something. They're not going to try to fix it. It's warranty work that needs to get done, but they're going to say it's our
1,000
fault.
feet, turn right onto
They're not going
Danbury
to
Avenue.
accept that it's their fault that it's broken.
Yeah.
They're going to try to say that it's our fault that it broke.
It's not a warranty.
Yeah, but they're still going to try to get out of it. They're going to try to charge us for it. And they're going to charge us like an arm and a leg to fix it.
Nope. It's
Turn right onto Danbury Avenue, then turn left onto Marley Avenue.
Tell you what, man, Marley down there, you know, turn on Marley, man. Marley dog, man. Good too, man. It'd be nice if we could go somewhere decent. I'm just tired of looking at all this crap out here. Oh, snap. No, not that one.
It's pink.
It's pink, man. I'm trying to tell you. That's fancy right there. You get yourself a pink car like that. You can have any girl you
Turn
want
left
to try to
onto
park
Marley
with car like
Avenue,
that.
then turn right onto Clear Lake Drive.
Tell you what, man, you get yourself a pink Chrysler 3000 down there. You can put any girl you want in this trailer park on. I would.
Turn right onto Clear Lake
That's a
Drive.
boss move right there, I tell you what. That's a boss move right there. You can get yourself any girl you want in this trailer park with a car like that. A pink Chrysler 300 down there. That's fancy stuff right there.
Head east on Clear Lake Drive, or Terrace
Is that a
Avenue.
Woody PT Cruiser?
Yes.
Turn right onto
I
Terrace
tell you
Avenue.
what. That's fancy right there. Okay, we do need to like leave this area. I'm sick and tired of seeing
What
this.
Turn
is
right
that?
onto Terrace Avenue.
I think it's like a Trump flag, but it's also a rebel flag combined. Like one single flag represents the same exact thing.
Oh boy.
Why get two flags when you just get one that means the same exact thing? Alright, so we're not far from let's see here. If we can get into Spring Hill early enough, we can get some fuel from Spring Hill.
Yeah, let's see that.
How far away from Spring Hill here? Carolina Road's off of Shady Hill, right? There's an Applebee's in
Oh yeah, the one we used to go to.
26 minutes to get us to Applebee's. Because Tampa's going to be a nightmare this time of day. There's no driving to
Oh
Tampa.
no, you gotta wait. You gotta wait until at least like 7 or
Head
8.
southeast on Clear Lake Drive, or Terrace Avenue, then turn left onto Terrace Avenue.
Want to go to the Applebee's in Spring Hill? Applebee's is okay. It's not the fanciest thing. It'll
Turn
work.
we
left
could do
onto Terrace
Cuban.
Avenue, then turn left onto Lake Drive.
Applebee's will work.
There's a Dominican place.
Yeah, that's kind of heavy to be. I've never seen that flag. It's like a blue rebel flag. It's like a Trump flag, but it's also a rebel flag.
Probably.
It's like a MAGA flag makes a rebel flag. It's the most boring thing I've ever seen in there. It's just represents the cause. So we're gonna drive through Shady Hills, or what's it called? Shady Hills over there. It's called, right? A little crappy little. We're gonna go on a tour.
Yeah, I remember years ago we were driving with Dad, and it was, I think it was like worse than this.
Yeah, it's pretty trashy up that way too. Some spots are nice, some spots are trashy. It just depends where you hit. I don't have any pigeon friends I'd like to see again. I really don't. Not really. Yeah, the redneck does it. Wow.
Yeah, there is one.
We'll see. In Shady Hills or in the Mexican?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he's there anymore. Yeah, it'd be nice to see him.
Yeah.
He's probably the only person I really want to see out of all the people. You know, he could have ended up being my brother-in-law. It just didn't work out. Yeah, buddy!
He would have been a great asset to the family.
He would have, man. You know, landscaping worked for everybody down there. Yeah, buddy! Yeah, buddy! Yeah, buddy! Yeah, buddy! No shirts. I guess shirts are optional in this neighborhood. Shirts are definitely shirts are definitely just optional here. It's not quite a noodle cake down there, but it's pretty dang close.
Well, I mean, it's the type of weather where if you step outside for like more than
he's got
2
a rainbow
minutes,
flag.
you're gonna get.
There's another rebel flag over here.
You're gonna have like some wet spots.
They're burning toilet paper outside of the bonfire. The problem living in a place like this is just crime would be a consistent problem. I mean, go figure. Everybody's got fences and 6-foot fences, 10-foot fences. There's one little area where they got 10-foot fences out here. They're building new houses. Look.
I saw like a whole community of new houses within Moon Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Classy folks doing classy things.
Oh yeah, you can live in the suburbs with a view of Moon Lake.
Tay down there. Hey,
Oh boy.
You know what I'm talking about?
You can have a nice house,
Mm-hmm.
but then have a view of the trash go.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? That's a fancy truck right there. The problem here would just be crime would be like, ooh, is that a two-door Blazer? No freaking way. Crime would be like, the biggest problem with living out here is just crime would be a persistent problem.
Yeah.
Break-ins, burglaries, stuff missing, fights. I mean, it would just be like mayhem living out here. It looks peaceful and quiet, but the reality of living out here would be like, it wouldn't be peaceful and quiet.
Yeah.
When the sun goes down, the moon lakes, crazies come out to play. There's a clown and a frown, and a baseball bat, and a frown. Chicken. Well, you done jacked that trailer up. That I tell you what. I tell you what, man. Just tell down there. How much garbage does one human need? You know, most people, when they have garbage like that everywhere, it's because they have a stash spot somewhere. And, like, if the cops were to come and look for the stash spot, they'd never find it. You take, like, that's what people don't realize, like, the reason why people live like that is because they have, like, something they're trying to hide.
Yeah.
And when the cops come, like, where do you even...
There's too many places.
Even if you
to
had a
hide.
search warrant, you think the cops, even if they got a search warrant, you think they're going to be
In a
able to
quarter
find
mile, turn left onto
whatever they're
Oakview
looking for in
Boulevard.
that mess? They're putting up new trailers.
Yeah.
I tell you, that's good that trailer down there.
See, that's a brand new community right
That's
there.
a brand new computer down there. They is, yeah, they're putting, they are.
Turn left onto Oakview
That's wild.
Boulevard.
There really are some
then turn
houses
right
right
onto
there.
Key Line Drive.
Look at that Chevy right there. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. You done jack that thing up with the big kid on the back. Squad the front little bit down there with the car over there. Everybody hear Baba going go. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Turn right onto Key Line Drive.
Key Lime Drive. I love the name of that one.
Kila.
You get a key lime pad in there. Well, there's the welcoming
That's
committee
what
right
I
there.
should make you soon.
Key lime
Because
pie?
it's summertime.
Continue on Key Line Drive.
Like
half
key
a
Key
mile.
lime pie and the key lime cake is what you guys
That
really
young
like.
man right there's got a bright future. Once he got that recipe from his Uncle Joseph, once his uncle taught him that cookie making recipe, he's just been a cookie maker. He's got a bright future ahead of him. He just needs a little bit more experience. And he'll get it soon once he gets locked up. That young man's got a bright future ahead of him. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that's a dust tornado right there. Key Line Drive. Ocala Lane. That's one of those streets that, like, a lot of these streets, like, they're not even streets. Like, it's just like used to be a street at some point,
In
but now it's like
1,000
been
feet,
overtaken
turn
by
right
nature.
onto State Road 52 East.
Look at that, you're only 19 minutes from Spring Hill. If you want to get out of this horrible setting right here, and go to an even more horrible setting, you can run out of Spring Hill.
Turn right
Which
onto
we're
State
gonna
Road 52 East.
Got that Spring Hill down there, I'll tell you what. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
I wouldn't mind a stick sandwich.
Continue on State Road 52 East for 2 miles.
Yeah.
You're always trying to have Cuban.
Well, I like you.
No.
Oh,
Yeah. Something horrible right there. Something horrible. Something horrible. We gotta run out to like Lake Pantyhose and stuff like that. You know, like the real good places. We don't do good places anymore.
We gotta start doing stuff like that.
Lake Pantyhose ain't been a while since we've been back there.
Ocala.
Yeah, Ocala. People's fascination with Ocala, I don't get it. I don't like Ocala.
Well, if it is videos do already.
Okay, if you grab Fort Myers, right? And you grabbed all the bad things about Fort Myers and got rid of all the good things. You just left the bad things about Fort Myers and then got rid of the beaches and the hurricanes. That's Ocala.
Yeah.
Ocala is like a watered down version of Fort Myers. Like if you just grabbed all the horrible things about Fort Myers only, got rid of the beaches, you'd have Ocala. Sprinkle a horse here or there for whatever reason. Oh. I've lost 80 pounds all per Shempick.
Yeah, I'm never using that.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Hayes Road.
I have lost 80 pounds.
One day I woke up and I lost 15 pounds and my arm fell off.
You have 2 arms.
It's a Waffle House right there. Look at that. That's fancy right there. I'll tell you what. These
I
people
got a Publix.
Publix and these people are living high on the hog
Turn
out.
left onto Hayes Road.
They're living high on the hog out here. I tell you what.
What are they? Oh, I don't care.
They're living high on the hog out here.
They don't care.
Transportation.
They don't quite have a Starbucks, but they don't care.
I tell you what, man. People out here get health insurance. That place gonna be busy.
Oh, they probably get it.
All right, sir. Let me get this straight. You want to get rid of your teeth? Like, nobody. I'm the only one around here that's got any. It's a liability. Yeah, buddy. Living high on the moonlight thing. And on my home ring, on my thing. Ding, 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 ding. Living high on the hog on moonlight. At the Waffle House, way open lane. Doom, 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 living high home. Whoa, my can. Home in the game. Don't know the name. I'm living high on the home moonlight. Oh, I know Waffle House, they open lane. And in the Cops TV show,
Continue
down
on
the
Hayes Road
way.
for 2 miles.
Hey, no man, head to it, hey. Know what I'm talking about? Know what I'm talking about? Know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Alright. Open house right there if you want to move into a brand new community. You think the people that are moving these brand new communities are aware that they're moving Moon Lakes?
Featured on Cap's TV show. I knew it looked familiar. I saw it on Cap. Well, these are probably the people that
This is how people
never
don't
watched
that
Cops.
never watched Cops, never knew they're moving to the next Cops episode right down here. New homes, Florida Dream.
Oh, look, you can live at
Legends
Legends
Point right here.
The Legends of Pasco County are near you. The Legends of Cops TV show.
I'll tell you what, once you get on Cops, you probably can move up here. New homes right there. Serengeti. It's wild out here. It's Serengeti down there. I tell you what. Is that really what it's called?
It's called Serengeti.
that's like a slap in the face of people that are moving here. You know, oh, I bought a house in Serengeti. You know, it's very natural. I'm like, no, sir, it's very wild.
Oh, you just have no idea.
Bless their heart, they don't know me better.
Preserve at Legends.
They preserve. Think about New Home. I like New Home. Moon Lakes, Florida. Moon Lakes.
Oh, look.
Pine Creek down there. It used to be called Natal Creek. Now, look at that cow, baby.
That's a heavy cow. That's a bull.
That's a bull right there.
They got baby cows over there. There's a baby cow.
Say goodbye to the cows. They're gonna be gone pretty
I
soon.
know.
It's gonna be a gated community called the Pastures.
Yeah.
The Hefty Pastures.
They wouldn't use hefty, but they call it the pastures.
The Pastures, yeah. The Pastures. We just bought ourselves a place at the Pastures down
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Hudson Avenue.
there. We got ourselves a place at the Pastures down there. It's a brand new community. Why is it called the Pasture? I guess it was a pasture before it tore it down and built those houses.
Turn right onto Hudson
no, no.
Avenue.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Alright. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
We're almost to County
Continue on
Line
Hudson
Road at
Avenue
this
for
point.
3/4 of a mile.
Alright, we're almost to County Line Road. We're almost to County Line Road.
Get me a good steak sandwich.
I tell you what, you little pub down there at Applebee's, man, get some wings, man.
Ugh.
We're gonna get some Applebee's, kid. I'm tired of you always wanting Cuban food. Are you seeing a Cuban behind my back?
I'm married to one.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's a horrible thing to say. I wouldn't even say nothing like that. That's just wrong. They gentrifying Moon Lakes, you know? How long will Moon Lakes last?
In a
You
quarter
ride
mile,
past,
turn left onto Southwind Lane.
you no longer see the cows eating grass. You see a white man with his house made out of cast. Yeah, buddy! Yeah, buddy! He's got the Edgar haircut and everything to match it, too.
Turn left onto Southwind Lane.
Soft wind. They should call it Loud Truck. That's what they need to call this road. These names are misleading too, aren't they? Soft wind. This is more like Loud Trucks.
Continue on Southwind Lane for 3/4 of a mile.
Road noise is what they need to call this road. We're almost to Shady Hills. Look at that. Fancy work. This is like unrecognizable. They're building like, look at this warehouse. Ooh, you smell that? Wow. Yeah, buddy. Dude, what type of chemical plant is that?
That's a fertilizer.
Wow, dude, that is demonic. You smell that?
Ugh.
Dude. That is
In a quarter
horrible.
mile, turn
The
left
apartment's
onto
going
Shady
up over
Hills
here.
Road.
It smells like a gas leak or something. What is that?
I don't know. This was awful.
Dude, it's like a chicken plant meets propane tank right there. Oh, you smell that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is
That's vicious.
oh my. Dude, what is that smell? It smells like a chicken plant.
At the light, turn left onto Shady Hills Road.
A chicken, man. S-H, chicken. It's a chicken plant, man. What is that plant, dude? That is obnoxious. It like burns like the inside of your throat. Yeah, buddy. Cruise Lake Middle School. It's a brand new school, man.
Continue on Shady Hills Road.
Junk
for 4
removal. They have a
miles.
sign for junk removal in front of their school. That's
Oh, yeah.
That's a first right there. Like our high school is promoted and promoted by AJ's Junk Removal Service. We'll haul away your couch and dump it somewhere in Moon Lakes where it belongs.
Brand new school, but it has portables.
Right, that's who.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that your classrooms are freaking a trailer.
Yeah.
That's where the kids are moved from Moon Lakes right there. Like, all the normal kids are like, we want a brand new school. Yeah, new school for the kids. The kids from Moon Lakes are like, well, we want to go to school in a trailer. Can y'all accommodate that? Like, 3 trailers. Matter of fact, 3 log cabin trailers at that. No way, we can really get that. Yeah, kids. We're almost at County Line Road. The kid who wants to eat Cuban. He's Cuban. Applebee's.
Sandwich. Wow.
Applebee's. Get some boneless wings. We're almost counting that road. Look at this traffic. Dude, we're 3 miles from County Line Road, it's already backed up. No way, bro. That's horrendous. Hey, from Puerto Rico. Chili Market, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Chili.
And it's so cute.
We're not having Cubans, we're gonna get some Applebee's. Applebee's. Applebee's, and what Applebee's? I went to an Applebee's, and what Applebee's, and what went to an Applebee's, and what feed store right there and get some piddling potato down there. Heaven Creek, man. This area out here used to be really trashy. This was actually trashy on Moon Lakes many years
Yeah,
ago.
it was.
There'd just be like crackheads everywhere.
Yup.
People missing their teeth, talking about my car broke down with my pregnant wife. Can I borrow $150 for an alternator, man? I just got out of jail. I've been clean for 10 years. So why is your wife pregnant? I'm sorry, you said she's pregnant, but you just got out. How does that work? Story doesn't check out. Off the bat, the story doesn't check out. Like, you just got out of prison, but your wife is 9 months pregnant.
Because I know Florida doesn't have.
You're getting ready to be a father. It doesn't check out, bro. It doesn't. The story doesn't make sense.
Florida doesn't have consequences.
Man, you're a pretty smart fella, man. Most people couldn't. You're the only one that's figured it out. I'm like, yeah, pretty much, buddy. Man, we're just trying to find something for the pipe. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I don't know what you mean. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I do not know what you're talking about. Shady Hills, where the pigeons creep. Este tipo ahora en medio de la calle con una bicicleta, bro. Very insubordinate. That's a very insubordinate thing. And he's on his phone. Bless his heart. He just doesn't know any better. He just doesn't know any better. Yeah, buddy. Got that Silverado. Yeah, buddy. Oh, no. Taco. I can already smell the pigeon poop around here.
Boy, you really can.
Is that another brand new school?
Shady Hills Elementary School.
Not bad at all. Shady Hills, take me home to a place that's very shady and has some hills with some pigeons and gerbils. I'm glad we never moved up here. It would have turned into absolute hex none of this mess.
Turn right onto County Line Road.
County Line Road. This road right here separates Pasco from Hernando. It's hard to tell which side has more.
At the light,
Perhaps
turn
a
right
crack
onto County
filters
Line
out
Road.
there. There you are. Katie, you usually win these arguments, but you're not going to win this one. I am tired of eating cuckoo.
In a quarter mile, slight left for
There are
Denver
no
Boulevard.
restaurants we like in Springfield. There's that Cuban restaurant. They're like whatever. Chipotle, Verde, storage unit. This is starting to get built up around here, man. There used to
Slight
be
left
nothing
toward
out
Medical
here.
Boulevard, then turn left onto Monteverde Drive.
The apartments back here.
Turn left onto Monteverde Drive, then
Man,
turn
they have
left.
built this thing up. There used to be nothing out here. When I say nothing, there was nothing out here. Just old beat up gas stations, corner stores, and crackheads. It's wild how they built this
Turn
place
left,
up.
then your destination will be on the right. Your destination is on the right.
You have arrived to your Haitian destination. Your Haitian destination. Your Haitian destination. I'm gonna walk around a little bit. There's a cube around here. You be able to get out, or
Yeah, okay.
push this way? Push this way so you can get out.
I would have been able to get out that way.
Okay. Check it out, y'all.